Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. I just wanted to say something quickly before I actually read the fairy tale manga chapter. Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I just wanted to show like how much of a good mood I am in right now. And I don't know about you, but do you ever get that moment like before you read a manga chapter or watch an anime episode and you're like, what happened in the last episode or what happened in the last chapter again? And then you remember and it all comes back to you. That happened to me just now. And I just remembered how disappointed I was with the last manga chapter of Fairy Tail. Now, I wish I could do live reaction for this because I'm expecting my mood to go from happy how it is now to just outright vexed and just angry and disappointment and whatnot. And I'm so sad that I can't do a live reaction. That is something that I am working on being able to do, but for now I can't do that right now, so you're gonna have to see right now I'm happy and let's see how I am after I read the chapter. So I'll be back in a bit, guys. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. here today to bring you the review for Fairy Tail manga chapter 458. Now it seems like Hero saw all the hate, or saw all the negative comments about his previous chapter, and he thought, yo, what have I done? And he spent all overnight thinking of a way that he can fix the hole that he almost dug himself into. Well, he dug himself into a hole, but it weren't too deep. He was still able to get out of it. And I'm going to say I accept what he done. I can accept it. It's not great, but it is acceptable. I will give him a bly. I will allow him. I don't feel no way about allowing him because what he does is acceptable, and I can live with it. Especially for Fairy Tail, I can live with it. So let's go through the chapter. So we see that Urza is able to hit Azuri, or I'm gonna go with Manga Stream's translation, and it's Azuri, the desert guy, and he got sliced with a water sword. The water sword hardened his body, therefore enabling him to slice to attacks to affect him. I can accept that because I've accepted it in previous mangas. One Piece, clear example of that. What my problem with this is, and it's a problem with Urza in general, is that she's too convenient. She either has an armor or a weapon for every occasion. Whenever she needs it, it's just there for her. I'm pretty sure, if I am mistaken, please correct me, but all the armors and weapons she uses in this chapter, we have not seen prior to this chapter. So this just makes me think, right, boy, Ezra is really convenient. If she isn't that so convenient, where especially the water sword? How come she didn't pull that out when it was Urza, Natsu, etc. versus this Azuri desert guy? Where was the water sword then? So yeah, once Azuri finally finds out how Urza is able to attack her, he stops being so confident for a little bit. He creates a sandstorm, which is this whole size of the city, and then he just goes back into cocky mode, saying, yeah, I'm a god, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to deal with you here and there and now. Now, this sandstorm was impressive. It covered the whole city, and just visually for everyone, they couldn't see nothing. We had characters saying, yo, I can't even see my toes. What's going on there? And then, yeah, once he created the sandstorm, he goes back on the attack. And even though Urza knew his weaknesses, it still didn't help her. Azuri still had the upper hand, and he almost killed her. He did almost actually kill her, and then she activated this other armor called Morning Star. Now, when I first saw this armor, I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. Because what she said was, now that I've activated this armor, whatever you do, it doesn't matter, or something along them lines. So now I was thinking, oh my gosh, here we go. Because Azuri went to go chop off her head, and now I was thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to get some Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic Cylinder trap card type deal here, where what I thought, if you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know there's a trap card called Magic Cylinder, and it basically the effects that was going to happen to you, what happened to the person that attacked you. So I thought because Urza was going to get a head sliced off, Azuri was going to end up getting his head sliced off, and then it'd been boom, bam, dear, head sliced off, you're dead. Wasn't the case, thankfully. This Morning Star armor had like a star effect, so she was shining bright like a star, and it was thanks to this shining brightly of the star, the Osprey squad could see where they was and fired the now reloaded cannon. I think this was a good move. Very, not very strategic, but strategic, and just belief in friends, because that's what this shows. How strong a build and bond that Fairytale has, because there was no communication for that. It was just Urza. She knew she had to guide away so someone else can attack, and she did that. And Osprey squad then attacked, and now I need to make it clear to everyone: Urza did not beat Azuri. It was Urza plus the cannon. Now, I can't remember how strong this cannon was, but just for the fact that it has a 15-minute charge up time, that's got to be a pretty strong damn cannon. So I can accept that the cannon hit Azuri, and then after that, Urza slashed some vitals. Because I have seen in previous things, Dragon Ball Z Revival of F and Goku, we all know how strong Goku is. Goku is a pillar of anime, of being one of the strongest main characters. If you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z Revival of F yet, sorry, but a spoiler's about to come. He potentially gets killed by fodder. So I can accept Azuri being blasted by this Jupiter cannon, and then Urza slashing a very vital organs and finishing this fight. I can accept that, because from what I saw in the rest of the chapter, even though Urza knew his weaknesses and had ways to deal with the weaknesses, if she stood and fought alone, if it was Urza and Azuri, empty city, one-on-one, even though Urza figured out his weaknesses, she still would have lost. So I can accept what happened in this chapter. One more thing I do want to say about Azuri's defeat is that I think that his cockiness does play a big, probably the biggest hand in his defeat, and I still believe that maybe we haven't seen the complete capabilities, complete destructive capabilities of the 12 Spraggon, because we do see that Azuri was playing about for pretty much all of this fight, and because of that he was elderly dealt with. So I do believe that his cockiness did play a big part, and we still haven't seen the pinnacle of the destructive capabilities of the 12 Spraggon. So I do believe that there is still something to look forward to as far as the 12 Spraggon is involved. And that is everything I want to say. I don't believe there's anything more to say, because that's what this chapter was, is the finishing off of Urza versus Azuri, and we now know Azuri is done. So we are one of the 12 Spraggon done. So what's going to happen now? Who are we going to move on to next? We'll see later on. So I'm going to give this chapter a 3-star rating, and like I said in my previous review, that now has an official star rating of whatever. I can't remember the exact brackets I gave for that. But like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.